Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. I'm Bray, and today we're going to be checking out the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild. This is a free upgrade for those of you who are part of the online Switch plan. I don't know if it's necessarily through the enhanced version or not, but essentially, if you've got online, you should be able to go in through the store and it'll have a download option. Um, so then there are certain games that they're going to let you enhance for free, it seems, and then there are going to be other versions that for different games that you're going to have to pay $10 to upgrade your Switch One version, which I really am kind of curious to see what the difference is. I see immediately there's this Zelda notes setting right off the bat, which, okay, so this is an app. This is an app that is supported officially by Nintendo, it seems. That's interesting. Very interesting. All right. I have done very little in Breath of the Wild on the Vid-Bits account, so it'll definitely be a good way to compare because I definitely remember what it was like. I said definitely too many times, but regardless. I remember what it was like in 2016 playing this game for the first time. It already does look looks a little polished. Looks like the shading's a little bit better. That's what I'm noticing right off the bat. It's definitely higher quality, the graphics, immediately. It's I'd like to say that it's definitely higher than 720p. It does such a good job making their hardware look amazing. Like I feel like the end of life cycle Switch 1 stuff looked really good. But then when it came down to the load times, it took so very long for things to load. And like I've seen people load up Smash already, and that game loads instantly. Like it loads damn near instantly. Which some good quality of life improvements here and there for sure, but it's just kind of crazy that they didn't make a successor to the Switch sooner. Like they could have done this last year, and it wouldn't have been too soon. But to be fair, I'm glad that it's in the place that they want it to be, and it's you know it's polished. That's the word I was looking for. I feel like a lot of games nowadays coming right out of the box don't have too much polish to them. Give me 1 second. Okay. I know how to play. It's been a long time since I've been this underpowered. This will be a good test. See, with this cinematic, I can barely tell the difference. Like, I feel like it's in-game that you notice more of a difference than just this cinematic itself, you know? I wonder if the render distance has been improved. That was one of the things I was just kind of wondering a bit, because when things are a certain level of distance away from you, they just have such a uh, unfinished look to them. Like, they look like they're barely loaded in. Gosh, it has been so long. I think I last played this game, like, a lot in, like, 2017. That's when I beat it. Or me and Dad it was a cooperative effort. We had each done some of the beasts, and eventually the save file got complete. There's definitely ones that I know he did, because when I had played the game again, I just robbed him. When I had played the game again, I had realized that there were definitely puzzles that Dad had done. I was like, damn, I don't remember this. And I'm gonna be so honest. As much as Tears of the Kingdom was awesome, it is not Breath of the Wild. It is not as amazing uh, as the predecessor, and it's awesome. But I feel like it's more so just kind of like a creative sandbox where you can just do a lot more when it comes to like pushing the boundaries. Like you can make all kinds of cool machines. You know, you can kill bosses instantly if you have enough resources and you think about it enough. So I don't know. I just feel like I was more drawn to this game. Maybe once I play through this game a bit, I'll have some motivation to get back to Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, like the lighting is definitely better, for sure. That's like, I think that's one of the most bold differences so far is the lighting. It looks good, man. It's a noticeable difference for sure. As someone who spent quite a bit of time playing Breath of the Wild, I feel like I can notice. Look at this fascinating creature in its own natural habitat. Ah, yes, the bokoblin. So majestic.
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
I don't need to be told what to do. God. Okay, Mom. I'll follow the Sheikah slate. I'd say the only thing that got a little annoying is weapon degradation. So like the fact that weapons break and shit. And it's not like the most annoying thing in the world. It's just an inconvenience more than anything, I guess. Um, you get used to weapons that you really like, and then you realize that they're kind of just temporary. So you might as well just use all of them. And then you have to almost grind to get weapons again. And even the Master Sword fucking breaks, which was just, I mean, it doesn't break, it shatters into fragments or something, and then you can use it again, but like, I don't know. It got a little irritating at times, I'll be honest. Don't get me wrong, I feel like there are Zelda games with much more obvious and uh, glaring issues. Like, I don't know, I've never picked up Skyward Sword because I feel like I've heard nothing but bad things about it. I've played more Twilight Princess than I played Skyward Sword. I remember the first time I played, um, it took me an embarrassing amount of time to get off the Great Plateau. I was just so enthralled by the world. I was killing all the random enemies that spawned. I was, just I had never played a Zelda game that felt quite like this, and this is one of the best open world experiences that's come out recently. I personally find open world experiences to be fucking exhausting, and I'd say a lot of people have kind of adapted a similar opinion at this point, but like, I feel like the vast majority of open world experiences look so full. Like, it looks like there's so much stuff to do. But in reality, there's just such a minuscule amount of things that you can really accomplish. And once you've done certain things, you're like, damn, what else do I have to do? Like, what else really can I gain from this experience? Whereas I feel like the more hours you put into this game, the more rewarding it gets. Because there is a level of an end game. You still can go fight bosses that you wouldn't normally come across and might be, meant for a later part of the game. I feel like there's a lot of replayability to Breath of the Wild and subsequently Tears of the Kingdom. I'd say Tears of the Kingdom arguably has more replayability due to the like amount of different ways you can pursue any given challenge. Like the moveset that the game gives you makes it so you can do pretty much anything that you want. I mean, you can definitely push the game to its limits per se. I've seen people just one-shot some of the more difficult bosses with a contraption they put together, and I'm like, damn, I wouldn't have even thought to make a machine like that. I'll definitely have to revisit Tears of the Kingdom, for sure. I didn't beat the game. I think I only beat half of the game. Something like that. Might not have even been half. I have no arrows. It's unfortunate. That I feel like you really can go... When it comes to, like, the order you pursue, like, the 4 main, like, objectives, I guess you could call it, once the game gets started, you can do any of them in pretty much any order. I mean, there's very little limitations. Oh, fuck! He just fucking clobbered me there. I feel like there are very few limitations. I mean, if you know how to, you can go straight to the castle, I mean, right away. I really want to learn that sometime, how to, like, well, like, how to get off the Great Plateau, like, without doing the quest. I mean, I'm a big speedrun buff, so I feel like, this is a really fun game to watch people speedrun. Oh, I whistled. That was like the worst thing I could have done. I have no arrows, that's why. I feel like combat is just more refined in this game compared to previous Zelda games. Like, it was something you did, but I feel like combat wasn't quite as emphasized as it is here. I'm just trying to think of how I can take these guys out. I don't have any arrows of any type. I think I have one normal arrow now. Oh, did he snipe me? Holy shit. Yeah, okay, I guess I won't mess with those guys. I don't really have to. I was just dicking around. But look at how quick I respawn. Like, that's another thing. Like, I'm right back in the action immediately. Whereas there is a little bit of a delay there. You know, you have to wait for yourself to load back in the Switch, in the normal Switch version, so at least you see where the hardware is. Damn. It's like, I don't care if my buddy's right there. Going in for the kill. Like, literally, he had no care in the world when it came to fucking blowing his buddy to smithereens. Could you really just push this down and blow it up that way? Yeah! Yeah, that's definitely the sneaky way to approach that situation. Hi, fellas. Pieced him up. I'll be happy when I'm not getting, like, tutorials for basic-ass things. Oh, no. There we go. I think the other thing is they should add on subsequent playthroughs the ability to skip through some of these cutscenes. Dude, you just fucking dropped juice on my fucking tablet. Huh? Huh?
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
Oh no, it's evil Blabagoo Ganon. No. He's a big old blob of goo.
Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
No, not Calamity Goo Man. I used to swear that there was a way to get down there, and I was like, I would spend so much time. I was like, man, if I jump down at the right spot, maybe there's not like a wall there or something. And it's like, nope. Unless you do it the way that speedrunners do it, there's no way to get down. I also found myself dying while swimming quite a bit because I just got impatient and I would just like dash my way across and then just drown. Or falling off cliffs. Holy shit, dude, falling off cliffs. Oh, there's one of them now. One of the great beasts. The shrines were pretty fun. It sucked to not have as many, like, I would have wanted more small-scale dungeons instead of, like, puzzles, but at the same time, I felt like there were enough battle shrines where it, satiated your lust for combat. Don't you guys worry, we're gonna be doing Mario Kart World later tonight. Just waiting for Pops to get off work. Unfortunately, he has to work. It sucks. That's what I mean by, like, inventive ways to do things. I didn't have to do that. I could have fought that guy if I wanted to, but it seemed funner just to smash his head in with a big old block. What's up, dog? Sorry to break your eternal slumber. Sorry that I have to take your soul. Like, that really is what's happening. Because they just die. They just disappear. Like... But were they really alive, or are they just in, like, some sort of cryo sleep, like, until that's opened, and then whoever opens it just kills them? Like... Or like an eternal meditation or something? Hey, buddy. Paraglider, please. You can make Link a total asshole in this game. Paraglider, please. You just be such a persistent douchebag. Either way, he doesn't have a positive response to that one. That guy's got a big old schnoz. Look at that schnoz. It's poking out from out from under his hood. It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. My sister's like, I wouldn't say like the biggest SpongeBob fan there is, but I remember growing up, seasons 1 through 4 or 1 through 5 were played so much to the point where she has a daughter now and she does not play those seasons because she's seen them so many times. I still haven't like burnt myself out, at least recently. I feel like early SpongeBob is definitely the best SpongeBob, and most people will agree on that. I feel like as a show goes on longer and longer, it just degrades in quality over time. I don't know if this game would have been possible if it weren't for fast travel, man. It would have been so much more difficult to just traverse the world like as an open layout. So I know there's the shrine that we can get if we collect enough spicy peppers or get cold resistant clothing. I remember the first time I played this game, I literally only used spicy peppers to get through those areas for the most part until I absolutely had to. Like until I had to get that armor, and I don't even think I did. I feel like that was one of those moments where like, you know, I stopped playing and Dad started playing, and then he like progressed further, and I'm like, damn, we got these sweet new clothes. Like, he's like, yeah, dude, I spent all this time getting shit for you. Like, he was, I don't know, he was the best when it came to that kind of stuff. When I was younger, like, I'd come back and like, if I was stuck on something for super super long, he'd be like, I'll give you a little bit of help, and then like he'd either point me in the right direction or sometimes he'd help me through a tough area. But I don't know. I felt like I always had a really awesome resource to come to when it came to video games, because like none of my friends were quite as serious about video games as my dad. Like my dad had all of the older generations for the most part. Like I grew up with such a varied gaming catalog. So like, I talk to my friends about certain games and they literally just would have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, as an elementary schooler, trying to talk to other kids about Mega Man was the hardest thing in the 2000s because every single child was like Megamind, like the movie, and I'm like, no, not the movie, not the blue guy, or actually, yes, the blue guy, but not the blue guy with the big old head, the blue guy with that shoots lemons. You see, there's a distinction. The blue guy that spews lemons, he's the one I'm talking about. But ultimately, what I was getting at is like I felt like when it came to pretty much any game, I could come to Pops and he'd have some sort of valuable input on the situation. And then it's cool because eventually I became that guy for other people, like my little cousins and other people in my family. They'd come to me with their video game problems. They'd be like, I'm stuck on this area. What do I do? And I'd be like, oh well, you should do this. And they're like, I didn't even think about that thing. I'm like, yep, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Pops. That the speed on the revive is crazy. I think arguably my favorite part about this game, and it has literally nothing to do with the actual game itself, it's just a mechanic. I love shield surfing, man. I broke pretty much every shield I ever had when I played this game by shield surfing. It was just like, it was so fun to find like a spot, like a super high up spot, and then surf all the way down it, you know? And I think it gets like the potential is even better in Tears of the Kingdom for sure. But then again, I don't know. There's more hilly landscapes in this one. Like I feel like you got a lot more terrain to slide down. Yeah, I'd say the main improvements for sure, Pops, are the lighting improvements, the load time improvements for sure, as well as the just I feel like the lighting and shadows are just beautiful. It seems to have a better frame rate consistently as well. That uh could just be me, but I feel like the frame rate is definitely more consistent. It looks smooth. There we go. On to the next little shrine, so we can get off Tutorial Island here. Tutorial Plateau. Give you all your basic abilities and send you on your way. Oh my gosh, I've been having hiccups all day. I really aspire to be a speedrunner when it comes to this game someday. Like, I feel like I've definitely like played some of the harder experiences. Like, I feel like honestly, as much as Mario 64 is like the most common speedrun, I still feel like it's pretty difficult, especially if you're doing 16 star. I don't know. I don't think I could ever get as crazy as some people get with it, but I'd like to believe that one day I'd have some potential. I fucking misjudged that distance big time. Womp womp. think this is just a chest or something, but... No, the chest is over here. That was a higher angle than I anticipated. Bam. I feel like the Switch peaked so early, man. Like, I can't say that there's much that super impressed me aside from, say, Zelda stuff. Like, Metroid Dread was really cool, but, like, I wouldn't say that you got Mario Odyssey, you got both Zelda games, and then I love someone to mention something that's, like, fucking groundbreaking like those games are. Like, we have the same Mario Kart game again, a series of a bunch of Mario ports. Mario Wonder was fun, but, like, was it better than Breath of the Wild? Was it better than... You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the Switch peaked incredibly early. It almost peaked at day one, like... Or, like, at least, like, the first couple years, like, for sure. I need to stop using... I shouldn't use the really good sword on the bats. That's stupid. I could try to reflect it. I got like one shot at this. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I'm not, like I've said in the past, I'm not the best at parrying, but I feel like in Breath of the Wild, it's kind of one of the exceptions. Getting all the ancient materials. We'll have that full set in no time. So I know there's the one up there. I wouldn't really say is like... I mean, I have a decent amount of spicy peppers. I'd have to do it like the first shot. Let me see. 6. Or, I guess optionally I could cook them. I think both of the other ones are over here. That was dumb. I'm surprised I took no fall damage from that. This game really does open up, like, so much once you get out of the first area. I guess I could probably take that Bokoblin camp right here. It's down off this cliff, but we'll go over here. I almost feel like I should climb up the side of it instead. I'll hit that chill point a little slower. Never mind. On top of this cliff. Yeah, it is. My bad, Link. I mean to make you freeze your balls off. Pretty close. Yeah, it's down here. And this spot had no potential for fucking shield surfing. I don't know why I was even trying. I feel like the Switch 2 name is kind of awkward. Everyone, like, I'm gonna be honest, when I thought that they had said something like, oh, we're not gonna call it that, or something like that, and it literally sounds like the made-up name that fans call it while you're fucking, like, teasing it. Like, I didn't really think Switch 2 was gonna be the landing name, and unfortunately, I feel like I don't know if it's like if it's not gonna do the same thing the Wii U did, where consumers were just confused. Like, I don't know if my grandma's gonna really understand the difference between this console and the last one. You know what I mean? They look damn near the same. Um, they have, like, one's just called 2. Like, you know what I mean? So I hope for their sake that it doesn't, like, have the same issue as the Wii U did. But at the same time, I think the main issue here is going to be the price point, and that's going to be alienating to 90% of all consumers, I feel like. And don't get me wrong, I had my own concerns. If it weren't for the fact that we're in the blessed position to, you know, have at least a small level of monetization here on the channel, you know, it makes it so we're able to actually do this. Like, I'm gonna be entirely honest, if it weren't for you guys, and if it weren't for, like, all the generous support and stuff through the Dark Souls streams, through the Elden Ring streams, through all the other streams, I just don't know if we would have been in the position to even get this year. Like, you know, not to get too deep into me and Dad's personal lives, but it's been tough. I mean, we've definitely been, like, struggling a bit. Not to get too personal, but, like, and I know a lot of you guys out there have to be struggling too. So you know, with that, I'm just once again extending many thanks to each and every viewer, both those of you who supported monetarily and didn't. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any level of difference, really. Like, the fact that you watched, the fact that you came and you hung out, you interacted with us, and, you know, you made our day better. That ultimately is the most important thing to us. So I just figured that had to be said, because I know a lot of people, the main reason they can't get this right now is it's just too damn expensive, and it is. I'd say, as much as so far I'm already loving the Switch 2, I feel like it could have been $50 cheaper, and that would have not been a bad thing at all. Don't get me wrong, I feel like the money's there for the most part. I just feel like the average consumer does not have the ability to foot that bill, that difference. In whatever reason they decided to do that, both political and apolitical. I kind of hope that it gets to the point where it's more accessible, because, like, it shouldn't be solely locked at the price point it is right now. I just don't think that's the case. I don't feel like that's viable long term. Like, it makes sense on the launch, and I feel like even up to like a year or two afterwards, but like, there has to be a point where this becomes more consumer accessible. Okay. That was not the most thought through plan of mine, if I'm being honest. I just kind of went for it. I saw my window slowly closing, and I'm like, might as well do something. I should have chopped wood. Should have chopped wood and started some fires. That makes this whole experience of trekking through the snow so much easier if you have a little bit of planning that goes into it. I think I just have to go this way. I'm just gonna have to eat and keep myself warm along the way. Try not to take too much extra damage or anything. Because if I remember correctly, you don't even really need to get different equipment here. There you go. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Aw. For diddly squat. I thought I'd get like some sort of weapon or something out of that. I really should have cooked these peppers into a dish before I left. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close when it comes to making it there. Just trying to bide my time. It's only right over there. I know there's a whole slew of enemies at the top of that ridge. Time is of the essence here. Plus, it's a pretty sick sledding spot. Oh no. Give me this. Give me that. Can I stand by the fire? Oh, nice. Holy shit. I literally turned my back for a fucking half a second and bro was like, yeah, here's my opportunity. Wait. Oh, it's right there. Duh. There we go. We made it. We made it to the final shrine. Now we'll get our ice powers. Hope you're all having a good day today. I've been having a pretty good one. Got some new abilities. shield completely took the blast. He's trapped. I wonder if we're gonna get a new Donkey Kong game. We are. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I could have swore we already got that confirmed. I feel like we made pretty quick work of the first 4 shrines. Took me like more than a day to do it the first time. And like I said, I think not like a whole day, but like it took multiple hours, and me and Dad both were chipping away at it for sure. I'd like to eventually get all the shrines. I've never done that. I think we were at a couple hundred. Maybe like 120 something. I think there's more than 200 of them for sure. Hey, buddy. But first, meet me at an arbitrary point on the map for me to dump exposition on you. I'm gonna go get that item first. I think it was just down here. Oh, this is dumb. That was so dumb. What the fuck was I thinking? I forgot that was freezing cold water. Link took it like a champ. That was not... I didn't even think that through. I was like, yeah. It's like me as a kid when we'd go, like, on vacation or something. And they'd have a pool, and it would be ice cold, but I really wanted to swim so bad that I would be willing to freeze the whole time. And I'd act like it wasn't cold, but, dude, I fucking knew it. Aw, just for some junk, too. Oh, shit. That was almost bad. I keep imagining I have the paraglider. Yeah, if I respawn and I don't have that, I'm just not gonna pick that opal up. It's worth very little. Yeah, screw that. Do I have any more shields? I'll have a new one. Sick. Damn, just messing the shield up for nothing. Oh, dude, I'm running out of food. It's not good. I need to get the hell out of here before I freeze to death. I remember trying to swim across that frozen lake so many fucking times. Oh shit. There better be some fucking... Dude. Come on. Dude, I think I might not make it. Do I have any more heals? No. Dude. Fucking think this through. I used too many heals. What am I left with? 3 peppers. Of course I've done this to myself. I got... Oh, there might be some apples in this fucking chest down here. Plus I can warm myself up a bit. No food? Damn. Well, this is gonna be a fucking adventure, alright. It's a race for survival at this point. This is just an unfortunate series of events. If I can find another fire... Possible, but it's gonna be close. I don't think I'm gonna make it this time. I literally need to run as far as possible. Oh my gosh, dude, it's so close. I knew I should have got more fucking heals before. Okay, let's think this through. I need to pretty much run right out here. Oh, okay. Okay, it's showing me a little bit of pity. It's like, I know, you were right there. Oh, there's another fire. Perfect. Where did you come from? Okay. I could have lit a torch and carried that. Does that keep my body temp up? Oh yeah. That's the move right there. I did it! And I didn't have to change, like, load a different save or anything. That's what I was worried about. I thought for a second maybe I got myself in a situation where I couldn't fucking get back. Yeah, but I hate dealing with this. I'm so glad I didn't even have to mess with that. Because I don't even think you can get across that way. I don't know. I've only ever gotten across the way I just did it. If you can get across this, I really was just not paying enough attention. It does give you a safe place to cook and stuff right here, though. And a bunch of wood bundles. Like, it gives you all the tools right here, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna avoid that. Like, if I would have cooked up those spicy peppers right there... Oh shit, it's starting forest fires. Smokey would not be proud. He'd be very disappointed. fucking did it, though. Wonder if I can just scale it like this. I bet if I'm patient, I probably can. I know there's a ladder, but I'm just curious if one bar was enough to scale this whole castle. Oh, it is. Dude, it's more than enough. I'll do a little jump. Yeah, I'm having fun. Dude, I've never thought of sliding off the top of this castle. That's probably pretty fun. I'd say it feels like enough of an upgrade to be warranted. I feel like it is a little controversial to ever charge for this at all with backwards compatibility. That's my take. I think it should always be how Steam does it, where they will automatically give you the newest upgrade of any game. Like, I think if, say, I bought, random example, Batman Arkham Asylum, I feel like I should get the newest version of that game and the oldest version of that game. I should get the original version and the new one. If I had the original version, I should just get the new one. That's just my opinion. I think it'll be a good opportunity for you to hop back in, and you're wrong, Dad. You beat 2 beasts. You definitely beat half of the beasts in this game. 100%. You definitely beat half of them.
And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it was.
But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I feel like it's like graphically it's pretty substantial. I mean, it's enough that it's noticeable. I feel like, you know, given the fact that the original Switch came out in, what, 2016 or whatever, I feel like this, it warrants the upgrade.
To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age.
I feel like the Switch 2 has way better rumble than the original Switch for sure.
But his transformation into malice created the horror you see now.
I don't see why the Switch 2 card, like the Switch 2 versions, wouldn't run on the OG Switch. I could see it running on that. I mean, it would make sense. But then again, I've seen people put other games like into the OG Switch and it just doesn't work. So I don't know if any, or if like no Switch 2 games are compatible, or like if certain ones are going to be.
We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land.
Well, I think there's a way to revert the change if you wanted. Like to not use the Switch 2 version of the game and only use the original.
These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away, using the power of these... There was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts.
Hope all of you are enjoying the Switch 2 if you got your hands on one, and if you're waiting, that's understandable as well. It's not like there's enough games, you know, right now to warrant an immediate purchase, but some people just kind of wanted to get it out of the way, you know, pick it up on launch. It's one of the first times I've ever been to a console launch, so it is the first time. So it was pretty cool. Pretty neat feeling, but at the same time, it's not like it was super interesting. You know, when you went at midnight, you picked it up, and you had it. Like, me and Dad really wanted to do some content last night. I was just so exhausted, man.
Seize control of the Guardians and the divine beasts. Turn them against us. The champions lost their lives. Those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight.
They're fucking shit up.
Collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon.
I've never played any of the Hyrule Warrior games. I'd like to know if they're worth picking up.
To face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
All right, we've finally escaped tutorial purgatory.
Daughter, my dear Zelda, and the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Let's go! You can finally get off this fucking godforsaken rock. Thanks, Grandpa. Appreciate it. Oh, shit. We can use our amiibo. I completely forgot this. Like, I didn't forget this game had amiibo support. I don't really think about it that often. Why not? Screw it. Fucking hell. Fucking... hit the ground like a bag of rocks. I wanted to do a sick grind off this. I'm sure most people can agree that, I know how to use an amiibo. It's like the only reason to have these things. Alright. Just get a few weapons. It help. I really only like it in early game. It's not like these weapons are super OP or anything, but they kind of fall off quick. Unless they're scaled. Of course my inventory's full. Let's get rid of some junk. That'll do. That's a level 15 weapon, holy shit. Let's go show those fucking bokoblins who's boss. Those guys were pissing me off earlier. They wouldn't even see it coming. Damn. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's get off this fucking plateau, man. Let's get our loot and go. Welcome, welcome everyone. Hope you're having a good one today. Hope you're enjoying your Switch 2. I was talking about this earlier. I feel like there might be a little bit of confusion as there was with the Wii U. Like, I don't know that parents are necessarily gonna understand the Switch 2. I mean, it's whatever. I'm sure it's still gonna sell all right. Still probably gonna sell better than the last one, but at the same time, it's just like, I really thought they were gonna call it something different. Like Switch, and then maybe some sort of, like, I don't know, some sort of little code name or something. I just feel like the Switch 2 sounds so unofficial. Ah, it feels so good to get off the Great Plateau, finally. Showed that moblin who's fucking boss. See, and it just opens up so much. Like, you can just do whatever you want now. Is this one alive? This looks like one that would be alive. Nope. Yeah, I would always recommend just picking up those springs if you're around. Doesn't hurt. And by the time that you're at the point where you need them, you'll have so many that you can probably craft some of the stuff already. Instead of then having to go out and search again. And it may not be the most fun thing to do, but it definitely helps you. Nothing? Perfect. I feel like this game just feels kind of effortless, you know? You can just play, and sometimes you're not even progressing towards a main goal, but, like, it doesn't take a lot of effort to play. I feel like some games take so much effort. Like, I feel like you just have to lock in, but this is just casual. A fun casual romp. I need to activate that tower. That's the other thing, is sometimes you just, you know, you hop on, you play, you unlock a couple shrines, you map out the area a little bit more, and that's all you do for the day. And you still feel satisfied with the experience. You feel like you're progressing towards something larger. Yeah, the shrine's all the way over there. Or the, not the shrine, but the tower. I'm glad that to an extent amiibos have like a level of functionality, because if not, they would just be, you know, $40, $30 paperweights. Hmm. That was not good. Let's try that one again. It's close. I could probably just hop from the end platform to that one. Oh my god. What the fuck? That was me just being stupid. I let go of glide way too early. Oh. Damn it. It can't be that fucking important. Truly. There's nothing in these early shrines that are that important. What? What, Chief? What is it? What? He's a good boy. He's a good boy, Chief. Just playing some Zelda, man. What? You can't stand on my chair. You wanna go outside? Here. I'll be right back. Sorry about the interruption. So sorry. Alright guys, Mr. Sassy Pants is outside. So we can continue. Like I said earlier, one of the big differences is definitely the lighting. The shadows look more pronounced, and the rays of light are almost more visible. Like when you're in the sunlight, you can just it just kind of looks more beautiful, I guess. More defined, whatever you want to call it. I jumped right into the swing. Link just got fucking pummeled. I actually find that aiming in this game works very well. I don't need to waste this on these guys. You got some more junk. It would have been funny if I just drowned in the shallowest part of the water possible. I was curious if items could be stasis midair. He's lucky. Oh, Chief already wants in. Oh my gosh. He landed on the fiery bat. Alright, be right back. Dog wants in. Alright. Should probably save. Shit, maybe you'll see Pops play some Breath of the Wild for the channel sometime. He seems to be pretty interested. Well, I think what we should do is I'll play the Divine Beasts that I didn't play last time, and he should do the ones that he didn't do last time. Can bokoblins really not swim? If they get knocked into the water, they just die? Got a little bit of food from this. No. There we go. Gotta drip some Kool-Aid on your tablet. Welcome to stream, Reda Gaming. Just hanging out playing some Breath of the Wild today, seeing what the Switch 2 version changes. Seems like it's mainly been visual stuff and load times. That's awesome. Always happy to have new subs. Hope to see you in some future streams coming up. If you're curious, we just got done with our yearly event, Game a Day May, where we show off a different game every day for the month of May. It was pretty fun. We had a couple technical difficulties here and there, but aside from that, it was a really good time. I sure like dogs. What a random comment. Like, I want to do that shrine, but yeah, I'll come back to it. It's really close to the to that last tower. Always good to stock up on cooking supplies when you can. I wish this was a little steeper. It'd just be cool to, like, slide on down into town. We made it! Get a little Korok seed. You must be Link. That guy people occasionally talk about.
So, you're finally awake. It has been quite a long time, Link. I am much older now, but you remember me, don't you? Ah. Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I am.
Oh.
Bum bum bum.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages. This evil has been turned back time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess who carries the blood of the goddess.
I feel like there's been a minor sound upgrade as well.
Each conflict with Ganon.
Nothing too noticeable. I feel like it's just a little higher quality.
So listen closely as I tell you of this legend that occurred 10,000 years ago. Hyrule was then blossoming.
Look at those little guys with their little noses.
Even the most powerful monsters posed little threat to the denizens of the realm.
I really like this style of art.
People thought it was.
They did a really good job here, for sure.
Technological prowess
The storyboarding on this game is excellent.
safety of the land, should Calamity Ganon ever return. They constructed 4 mechanical wonders that came to be known as the Divine Beasts. They also built a legion of autonomous weapons called Guardians. The Divine Beasts were piloted by 4 individuals of exceptional skill from across the land. And thus, the plan to neutralize Ganon was forged.
Sorry, I had to mute. Got a call from my mama.
Upon Ganon's inevitable return,
Oh, she feels bad for interrupting.
the princess and the hero fought alongside these 4 champions against this ancient evil. The Guardians were tasked with protecting the hero as the divine beasts unleashed a furious attack upon their terrible foe.
Fuck, that is a lot of guardians. That's a crazy image to imagine.
And when the hero wielding the sword that seals the darkness delivered his final blow, the princess used her sacred power to seal. Yeah.
100 years ago, in preparation for the foretold revival of Ganon, we strove to follow the lead of our ancestors of 10,000 years prior. But in the end, despite our best efforts and careful planning, we underestimated his power. In order to avoid ever making that grave mistake again, the princess left you these words. Straight up jork it! Crazy style. That's what she said.
Oh. Yeah.
And that's your mission. Pretty much. It's the main objective of the game is free the 4 divine beasts and destroy Calamity Ganon. I think there's a shrine here. I think we can increase our health. I'm gonna start off getting a couple hearts. Where is it? I could have swore there was a shrine here. The shrine radar thing that's going off non-stop. Hi! That's funny. Oh, thanks. exploring the great unknown. Oh my gosh, he's cooking me. So close. That didn't work quite how I thought it would. Welcome to stream. Hope you're having a good one. There we go. Just bring the scoop from the other one. Ugh, I keep tossing it around. This guy's just my friend now. It just disappears. Nice.
Hey! Oh! Oh! Ah! Hi!
Oh, it's just telling me where he is again.
Oh!
Oh, no. Ooh, this will be fun. Fight a little boss. Little Hinox battle. Oh, damn. that was not good either. My last shot, I gotta make it count. He stepped on me, that took almost everything I had. Holy shit. I got a flaming arrow. Missed! Oh shit! Throw. Do I have a spear? Bam! And there he goes. Our first boss so far. That was fun. It's a pretty climactic way to end today's stream. Had so much fun with you guys today. If you enjoy what you saw today, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Because me and Pops got so much more content along the way for you. We're going to be doing some Mario Kart World tonight together, co-op. We might even open it up to subscribers hopping in if you guys feel so inclined. But as always, it's been Brave from the Vid-Bits. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace!